And we're live. It's Friday. I'm about a minute late, but a lot of you don't wait to start the show. But I know at least 10 of you guys do. I appreciate you. It's Friday. We're going to talk about the RMS test. A lot of people are talking about it. The kicker comp. It took more than 150 watts to blow that thing. And it's Friday, so ask your questions. Let's hang out. Let's have a great time. And without further ado, I will see you guys in 3 minutes.
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Thank you for tuning in to Living Loud with Andy, Friday late live night. Hopefully you get your favorite beverage ready for an awesome show. Thank you all for riding the Coronut Express. See you in a minute.
Living Loud with Andy.
There it goes! There it goes! Here we go! Woo! I don't know how much power that was, but that was a lot! We did it! What is going on, everyone? You guys are making it rain as soon as we start. Man, Cornut, Jake, and Get Some with some super chats. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. And it's Friday, so you know, we're just here to have fun. And, man, I've been doing a lot of car audio, but it's the preps, the steps before you get to go playing down the street and have everything working great. Plus, being a YouTuber, you got to document it all. But you know what? Having fun nonetheless. I appreciate you guys that are here. I'm going to talk about it. Tuesday's show was literally insane. And yeah, we blew it up, and I got it sitting right here. It's awesome, and it's going to be part of the show for now. Thank you guys so much for your donations. And William says, well, would you just look at that right there? It's Living Loud with Andy, late Friday night. Just look at it. You see it right there? Right there. Just look at it. From the Kicker Cave. Thank you, William. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are literally just making it rain.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Peace. Tonight is starting off crazy. Uncle Bobby B, what is going on? El Fuego with a $10 super chat, and it's Friday. Thank you, El Fuego. I appreciate you. And man, yes, hello to the Living Loud with Andy crew and SDK, aka Jake. I appreciate you tuning in, El Fuego. I hope you're feeling good and basing on. I still need an update on those gold letters, how they're treating you. Appreciate you, man, and thank you for supporting the channel and just being here like you always are. We got 33 of y'all in here tonight. It is off the chain. Man, you guys are awesome. A few on Kicker Club, of course, on Kicker Club. Any comments on Kicker Club? Antoine, what is up? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you are here. And Brian Townsend, man, we are starting off hot tonight. $5 super chat with the member.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, BT. I appreciate you. And yes, if you guys haven't noticed, I upgraded the membership, the green team. If you are on the green team with your membership for longer than 1 month, you get an actual green LLC logo. Thank you so much. And, you know, I just want to differentiate. Oh, my goodness. I can't even think of the words. Separate the guys that are gifting them and the loyal supporters that have been here for a long time. And I know it's just going to be awesome to have that going. Plus, it's just the green team, man. I appreciate you guys. And 25, it is raining like crazy. It's raining here in Pennsylvania. I didn't go outside today, so that says a lot. Just lots and lots of rain. And, of course, tonight we have more rain. Man, I can't even get the show going, but it's Friday. You know the deal.
Because we don't want you to blow it up. So turn the game down, Andy.
I will turn it down. Appreciate you, Cornut. And, you know, we really turned up that gain Tuesday, was it, with the kicker comp, man. That I was honestly shocked. You know, I tried to give it the best scenario to last 5 minutes, and it would have went a very, very, very long time if I would have just kept it at that 150 watts continuous. Maybe I'll have to try a few other things down the road too, just all types of music. But again, then that would come down to the enclosure and a few other variables, but still 150 watts on an entry-level woofer, and it just took it. That was impressive to say the least. Thank you, Cornut. I appreciate you so much. Cedric, thank you for tuning in. I decided not to run 2 alternators. I'm going to run a 370. You know, it takes power to make power, but you got to have the batteries to supply it a little bit faster than maybe an alternator can, or you don't want to put too much work on your alt. But it's going to do a lot of the brunt work too, you know, whenever you have enough. Otherwise, you're relying heavily on your batteries. That's going to be awesome with a big pickup truck that you got there, Cedric. You could fit 4 of them in there, and it would be awesome. But still, if you get a nice, good 370, that'll do the trick, man. Appreciate that you're here. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to talk a little bit about lithium tonight, too. I was talking to a friend of mine, and if he jumps on here, I will definitely talk about it some more. Otherwise, I told him jump on the after party and hang out with us. We'll have some fun. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Dean just gifted 10 members. Thank you so much, Dean. I appreciate you, and just thank you for being here. Thank you for being a Patreon, a loyal supporter, and just spreading the love to new members. We got 35 of you guys in here. smash the like. Appreciate you, man. You know, doing the live streams, it takes a lot out of me, but that is what I do. That is the YouTube that I do, and it's just awesome to be able to do this stuff, and it's coming along one step at a time, and you know, I'm just having fun, man, along with you guys. I appreciate you being here, and it's going to be hard to come up with a show better than Tuesdays. Blowing up a kicker, that's a lot, man, you know, and it's spreading, man. I seen a few videos of it already and just people talking about it. That's the thing I like to do. I've seen a lot of, you know, just tests and RMS runs, and who doesn't like to see a speaker blow up? You know, my buddy Garrick, he does it for a living. But you know, whenever you put it to its paces and then it succeeds, it's like, wow, okay, so if you run it correctly, you really shouldn't have a problem. And that's what it really comes down to, is just expecting way too much out of the equipment and stuff along those lines. Thank you again, Dean, for a $10 super chat. And speaking of smashing the like, the man, the myth, the legend, he is back.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. You gotta hit the like. Love them. It's real easy. That thing that goes like this. Pretty simple.
That's it.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
I missed you, Dave. I hope you're all well. Sounds like you're back at home. Had a long trip, and you know what? It's nice to get out. I appreciate that you are here and you're back. Hope you're doing well. And like Dave says, don't forget to hit the like. It's like you were reading my mind, Dave. It's like you were reading my mind. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here, dude. You're awesome. He loves his home audio and his Sirwin Vegas, but he is here, and, you know, we all love audio, no matter what aspect it is. And, you know, some of us go a little too crazy in the cars, but hey, I'm in the car more than I'm home. At least I used to be. But either way, I still find an excuse to run the Walmart to base out, man. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you, and thank you for just being here, man. Andrew Stoltz, well, this is cool, and he looks like he's a member. I see the little squiggly thing there beside his name. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you, and welcome to the green team. Raining. Yes. Elias, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate that you are here. Cornut with a hundy. I know, that thing will stay there all day. $100 super chat from Cornut. Thank you, Cornut. Differentiator. Yeah, same. Difference maker, differentiator. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, 25. Who knew he would be an English and grammar major, man? You know, I mean, he does text a lot, so he's got to be good at it. Appreciate you, and you got to know your language and your English. It's the toughest language. John K, of course I think of this right after you make the green team even more official. Would it make sense to make it yellow, kicker yellow? You know, I wanted to, but you guys made it the green team. I mean, we kind of made it a thing. And yeah, I don't know. It's a stepping process, at least for the second month and then some from now on. We'll talk about it, John. But either way, I wanted to have something to reflect the members that are loyal, that are here every month, not just a gifted membership, and, you know, just be part of the green team. I don't know, John. It's not my favorite color neither. Trust me, my favorite colors are blue and yellow, if you didn't notice, and black goes along with all those colors too. But I do have a little bit of a soft spot for green. It depends the green. Thank you, Andrew, and I appreciate you for tuning in. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this twice a week. I'll tell you that, man. You know, maybe once a month, you know, just to talk a little bit. I do like talking, but, you know, the whole YouTube live stream, I went into it thinking YouTube, I turned more into a live streamer, and you know, I fit the bill for it, and I enjoy it. Cedric, you just got to hit the join button. If you go on your computer, you can hit join, and I think I have it in the description. Maybe I don't. I have a few other links in my description. I'll have to add it in there so you can just drop it down below and check it out. Baba for the win. Where's Baba? There's Baba. What is going on, Baba? Appreciate you, man. So does Best Buy. Uh-oh. What did I miss? What did I miss? Let me see if I missed anything else. Cool. I just, you know, I see so many of these comment sections, I rewatch this stuff, you know, and I don't want to miss too much, you know. I know you guys have conversations on the side during the stream, so, you know, there's that. But, hey, we sift through it, man. Appreciate you guys again. Let me scroll through the comments so you can receive a membership. Okay, there's the Best Buy thing. I missed the Best Buy thing. I mean, Best Buy is always fun. You know, there's not a time when I go to Best Buy that I'm not walking into the kicker section, you know, just to see what they got. And, you know, car audio there, it is a lot different than it used to be, at least whenever I first got into it. You know, whenever I went, you know, for, you know, a system, my first time was Walmart. But after that, I didn't go back there for a system, and I went to Best Buy. So it's always been a soft spot, and I know it's always been a soft spot for a lot of people in car audio, you know. And then you got your local stereo shops and then some, you know, and now today it's just all online, unfortunately. But that's just how it goes. Ashy Larry is on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in, Ashy. Appreciate ya. Cedric has become a YouTube member. He figured it out. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Welcome to the green team, sir. Thank you, Cedric. Appreciate you, man. And man, this is awesome. This is awesome. Speaking of which, Baba gifted 20. Whoa!
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, Baba. We were up to 309 before we started. I think we're getting close to 350, and it's just cool because it's just how YouTube works. It helps with growth. It really does. And I appreciate you, Bubba. These guys are always super chatting, and I'm sure they just want to support. And maybe they don't have a question. That's why these membership giftings is really a true blessing for this show. 100%, man. And thank you so much again, Bubba. And he knows that you just gotta look at it. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Just look at it. That's what I'm saying about this woofer over here. Where's it at? I want you guys to be able to hear it. You should be able to hear this thing. As you can see, I mean, it's not going to play music, but you'll be able to hear the coil. If you look at it, you see that little chip right there? Yeah, that's why I was like, you know, this thing is perfect for a test. Just because I ain't fixing that. Well, I could, but it's not going to look good no matter what I do. And, I mean, I could make it a clock. I very well could. You know, I could still salvage it. But here, take a listen here. Oh, man, that's like ASMR, just woofer cooker style. Oh, yeah, there we go. It is unwound for sure. No, it doesn't work anymore. Maybe I'll have to cut it apart, make it into a clock, and, I'll put that on the membership post just for you guys. I had to bring it on tonight. I had to. All right. Cedric throwing pennies. Man, this guy. Cedric, welcome to the crew, man. Appreciate you, Cedric, and thank you for donating. I know you've been reaching out to me and you wanted to donate to the show. And this guy is awesome. He tunes in when he can, and he's been tuning in a little more frequently. And, you know, that's what's cool about doing this live show, is bringing the people together at the end of the day. You know, we're car audio enthusiasts. We're always having different angles to learn something, and between all of us, that's why I love the after party, because if you really want to learn something from a lot of different people and get their opinions on stuff, that's the way to go. And it just, it's a tree of knowledge in a way, and it just branches out in all different directions between people that work for car audio companies. Yes, we got some of those in there too. And just designers of every aspect, and just people that just have knowledge, and some that just don't, that want to learn. And that's what's so cool about everything that I do, the people that I meet, man. And knowing people is power. It really is. Yeah, that cough just will not entirely go away. See, I come in here and I'm like freezing, right? And then I start talking and I feel like I'm on stage, you know, I can feel the lights getting hotter. Gotta turn the second AC on, man. It's like turning on your second alt. I mean, I know a guy who does that. Any brand alternator that you recommend? Good question. You know, I have an Ohio Gen alternator, you know, and I've been running it for about 3 years now, give or take. Now, I don't put it through a lot of abuse, but it seems to handle very well with what I'm doing, and it works great. Another brand that you could go with would be Mechman, and there's a few other ones along the lines too. Just they work. With anything in life, though, if you're getting something at a very discounted rate, maybe eBay or somebody just putting them together a little bit cheaper than the next guy, usually there's a reason. Sometimes it could be they're just trying to get their self known as a brand, and they're willing to give you the same type of product, but at a less of a markup to get known, and that's what a lot of brands anywhere do. Or they're cheaping out on parts. So it really does come, you know, push and shove with, you know, how much it costs. If it doesn't cost that much, then maybe it is a little bit too cheap and not worth it, especially with something foundational like that for your vehicle. That's the heart of it. Literally the heart of your electrical system is your alt. How'd the chip happen? Oh, good question, John. I wish I would have had a video of it, but I don't have cameras in here, unfortunately. Well, I have, you know what I mean. And Oakley and Bryson were both in here, and I had it sitting on the ground, and it was in the box, that same box that's sitting over there. And I don't know, Bryson was over here. Oakley was throwing like a toy or something. I don't know. He chucked the toy at it. I didn't even realize. And then literally 3 minutes later, I go down to look at the sub, and I'm like, oh, toy, chip, toy, chip. Yeah, I don't think that comes under warranty. Anybody else that would absolutely come under warranty, but not Living Loud with Andy. Not that one. Not that one at all. There we go. Nice and crunchy. You know, I wanted it to blow even slower, you know, and just let out the smoke, but I just don't think that coil's very big. You know, it's just, it doesn't have a ton of glue. It's not this high temp thing. And I was clipping the crap out of it to make it blow. Maybe if I would have just let it sit there at like 250 watts and the show went for 2 hours, then I might have been able to see a lot more smoke. Round 2. I'm calling for round 2. I don't know about you guys. See, everyone's saying Mechman, Ohio generator. They really do, man. Smoke if you got 'em, kicker. Speaking of which, that's what Scott Dilbeck is doing with the owner of Sundown, Mr. Jacob Fuller, sitting back, cracking some cigars down at Ruckus and Chill with Kyle, man, down in North Carolina. It's a little bit warmer down there, so they can have shows in the middle of winter, which is awesome. I hope those guys have a great weekend, man. If you guys are going to Ruckus and Chill, let me know. Let's see. I didn't say it, Kyle. I did not say it. Kyle's the one telling us how to do it. He's telling Jake to run Scar. That's the only thing I hear. Speaking of Jake, as your sponsor, Baba, I'm gonna need you to leave me super chatting to me. I'm gonna need you to leave me super chatting to me also if you don't hit the like or you run garbage. He said it. I told you. I've heard these conversations.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Jake. And yeah, sometimes Bubba needs he needs a little bit of help. He goes a little crazy with these super chats sometimes. But you know, oh my, I can't even talk tonight. A foundational piece of the Living Loud with Andy stream, like a lot of you guys are, man. The ones that are always tuning in, hanging out with us. Singer Singer alternators. You know, there are a lot of different alternator brands out there. There's some that aren't even just particularly for car audio, and you know, they work. Again, if you're getting something that's really cheap, I would expect cheap results. Not in power per se, maybe. Even then, if you go on eBay and you go and look at these alternators that are on there, they might claim 300 amps, and then you put it on a load. Unless it's spinning, you know, 20,000 RPMs, it's never going to do that. So there's no such thing as too good of a deal. But I've definitely heard of those alternators before. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in again, Dylan. Bubba says it's going to be hard pulling in 25. He is one of the very first Living Loud with Andy subs from the beginning. I wonder if the gifted is sequential, starting with the most recent subscribers first. Good question. I really don't know. I know it's just random, you know, probably rigged random. You know how that goes. So I don't know. I'll try to do some more digging into it, because I wish it would be more so people that do watch the stream. Because with YouTube, you know, I got a lot of people subscribed from shorts, and that's another thing why I don't really do too many shorts, just because it's a different audience. It really is. The audience that watches shorts usually don't watch long form. Now, there are everybody that watches both, same, but just how that works, you know, with the masses. I don't know exactly how the membership disperses it and all that stuff to each user, but I really do wish it was a little bit more, we could pick here, we could rig it a little bit more. You know, I've never personally messed with JS alternators, but I do know Jonathan and Brand X, and they do make some good stuff. He's even got the new, the alternator chiller, pretty much. You know, you hook it up beside your alt, and it like blows cool air on it. It's like proprietary or something like that. I would just go with Brand X just for simply JS alternators. I think Seth got one, and he doesn't like it too much. Again, you know, it's probably cheaper, and it just might not do as well, or it might just not last as long either. So, you know, that's what it really comes down to in anything in life. In car audio, it just trickles down to it. And there are some, you know, loopholes that you find, and so they're good products, and they're reliable, and they're cheap. Usually it's the ones that are starting out, and you don't have that comfort of walking in knowing that you're getting that good product, because people say you buy it for the name. Well, there is half reason to that. You don't buy it for the name to put on the side of your car with a decal. It's the name of the reliability of that name of that brand. Not talking just car audio, just anything in general. And then there's pros and cons with that. Oh, how many things do they overlook, or how personal is each product that they're shipping out? And I know there's variables for everything, man. And you know, that's why I'm here to do these live streams, to try to help as much as I can, even off my phone, on Messenger, on these after parties, in person, man. You know, I'm there to help, and I know you guys are there doing it too. You know, the more I actually talk to you guys in the after parties and in like Facebook, I know you guys do pretty much the same thing as I do too when you're out there and someone's at Walmart. Yeah, man. Hey, why don't you get 2 of those and run it on this? I'll help you out. You need an install? I can do that for you for like half price I would normally charge somebody else. Or I just don't do installs and I want to do it for you because I want to help you out and you gain a friend. And we are all here together, man. It really is. And we are a small niche. You're not doing that for the guy looking at TVs. I'll tell you that. You're not going to install his TV and hook up his satellite. You know, you're just not. In car audio, you might help them a little bit more often just because the type of community that we have, man. It's amazing. All right. You want a Mech Man? Everyone's screaming Mech Man. Bobby B is dropping the cookie.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, I might need to blow my nose. I give up. YouTube is impossible. Can't be a green guy. Bubba's sitting over there going with memberships, and 25's like, he's just No, Bubba is trying to get you, man. And 25, I don't know. We got to do something for you, man. We got to get you part of this green team. Let's see. Facebook user, Kicker Club. Dave was watching there. Bob, excuse me. Evan Wright, this is Joseph Barana. This guy wins on Unmasked and kicking with Andy like 3 times a year. Well, I even seen Spendy brand cheap. Okay, I guess expensive brands cheap out on parts. It's just draw of the luck on alts. Luck of the draw, you know. And alts are, I wouldn't say it's my strong suit, but you know, whenever it comes to stuff like that, in the beginning, it's like, man, like, you know, I want to go with somebody I trust, and that's kind of running my car, and I don't want it to, like, you know, just stop working. From my understanding, anytime you run an alternator, even if it's high output or not, compared to an OEM alternator that is not, you know, just modified in a way, because a lot of these alternators that you're getting are just OEM kind of modified, but, you know, upgraded soft parts, and there's a lot into it too, but still, it's gonna run hotter. Is it gonna last as long as an OEM that can usually last a lifetime of a car? Probably more so not if you still use it every day, but if you know you're driving, especially like a show car, you're perfectly fine. It'll last you forever. But if you're daily driving this thing, and you're driving it in the winter, and then driving it in summer, and you're beating on it all the time, and you don't have the best batteries in the back, and you're making that alternator work very hard, I don't think it's going to last as long as a stock one would with the same amount of, you know, output of what you're doing compared to the size of the alternator of that one. Like, not say, because if you just put like a 10K in the back of your car, like what I'm doing in the quad box, and you don't have very good batteries, you're doing a lot of damage to that alternator up front. But if you have a high output alternator, you know, it's meant to do that in a way, and it's able to do more. But alternators take a lot of abuse, man. You know, that's one thing I see. Yeah, there's subwoofers that fail and amplifiers blow, but you do see alternators fail too. Not all the time, but you definitely do. And it's not per se just one brand. It really isn't. Really isn't. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See, I'm okay. Totally fine. Not sick. I start talking for 25-30 minutes. I start my throat. 25 says mega rain, guys. Let's go. Did he miss it? He must have missed it. I did throw it up. Love you too, Cedric. Appreciate that you are here. Blaze is telling 25 how to do it. Not sure how I missed that super chat from Jake, but that is awesome. Appreciate you, Baba. Ram watching on YouTube how you make them clocks. I got some L7XS blown. Team L7X now. You blew an L7X? No way. No way. You need to send me a picture one of these days. Yeah, it's honestly with the L7X, I mean, that's real easy, dude. This is easy to make in a clock because it's already cut out, you know? You just gotta drill a hole in the middle and cut off the coil here. I can't say I've ever done it to an L7X yet or a Solo X, but it's a lot simpler since you don't have to take, you know, the surround and salvage it off the basket and, you know, just to cut the entire backing of how I do them with the clocks. It's just like how you would recone any kicker. Because kickers, unlike these ones like that, that's a separate dust cap too, but that's still all one piece, but that's still a dust cap. This has a dust cap here, and then you got your cone. With these, the entire thing is the dust cap in a sense, and then you have like a cone underneath there. Appreciate you tuning in. Andy talking like Daffy Duck tonight. You rock, Andy. Thank you, William. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You know, I feel like I've been burning my tires for a while, trying to get the pilot ready, trying to edit the Titan 8 series. Speaking of which, We got the Titan 8 Power Series sitting over here now, which is cool. And I would already put this in my car, but hashtag YouTube. I did hook up the clamp meters so I can see a little bit more just personally, real time. I'm going to use the SPL Lab, obviously. But I want to hook this up next. And these are great because then you can just literally take one to the other one. And they have like linking bus bars, which is so easy to add more than one of these. And it's simple. So there's that to do this weekend. Lots of testing, but yeah, the one reserve that's rated for 2,500 watts, and I'm pulling like 3,600 out of it. Yeah, it's too much. You know, but it definitely works. That's why 2 of those, it's going to be kind of perfect. And yeah, an alternator eventually, you know, because it's just you're running on time. When you have the alternator in there, it's like going from an electric car to gas. You can keep going, you know. It's going to keep charging up them batteries. And if you don't, then it's just like having an electric car, man. You only got so much reserve, and that's it. And then you're dead. Appreciate ya. Dean says, I would love to go to Ruckus and Chill to get a demo and meet Jerry Ain't Loud, but it ain't happening this year. I know, North Carolina, that's not too far. At least for me. No sundown shows down there, too. And, you know, I feel like, I mean, Tennessee, that's where EXO is, but Parker might be there too. He might be. We got a $5 super chat from Roger.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Roger says, quick drive-by, dropping them donations, on vacation with the wife. See you next time. Roll out. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you, man. Just being here, supporting the channel. This guy, he's joining the after parties. He's hanging out with us. He's getting that one-on-one. Jake likes to take it over sometimes, but we love Jake so much. As you can see, we got SDK logo big. Oh, you can't even see it over there. What the heck? There we go. We need to stay on that camera longer so we can get the logo real good there. And he's always helping out the guys and just having a good time alongside everybody else. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Roger. And have fun on vacation, man. Have fun. I need to go to the beach next year. No vacation. I mean, going to Kicker HQ, that was vacation. It really was. But I do love a little bit of sand between my feet sometimes, man. Miss the beach. CJ, he ain't throwing pennies. He's just letting us know.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, CJ. Andy can't talk and Jake can't type. Great combo. Hey, it just depends the time, the day of the week. See, you're right. I can't talk. And, you know, yeah, this guy would know Jake more than a lot of us. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you, man. Man, you know, honestly, we got a lot of the OGs over here. I'm reading the comments here. Mike DePoli, what is up? Hey, y'all, just got up from a little nap. He is ready to party. Thank you for tuning in, Mike DePoli. It is Niche 25. Oh, man, excuse me. Man, you guys are just going nuts tonight. I can't. These are pennies, right? Fries.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you, man. And you know when the fries are done. DJ lets us know. Appreciate you, man. And, geez, I love you guys. I really do. We got Kibo L. This isn't Kibo. Is it Kibo? We saved a bunch in marketing by telling Bubba all the secret sale prices. You know, you guys were ragging on Bubba. You can't be ragging on Bubba, okay? Bubba is a beast. And, yeah, you know, maybe I have a little bit of a hard time too, you know? I feel like that's just human nature. You kind of want to tell people stuff. Plus, we feel very connected with one another here. We really do. Just for the simple fact, you know, we're hanging out more. I hang out with you guys more than people outside of the world. And, you know, I go outside, okay? It's just, you know, and that's just works for me too, just because of the family and everything else, man. Mike DePoli! gifted 5. Man, you guys just throwing out the
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
You, Mike. I appreciate you. Man, you know, this membership stuff, this is going to be insane. You know, just to help push out the people that are subscribed to the channel. Hey, we do this stuff. And if you got questions, drop them down below. Like, you know, it's really, you guys support the channel. We have this show. And then I'm sifting through these comments looking for somebody that might have a question. And then I just go down that rabbit hole heads first, you know, and you guys make that possible so that these people can learn new stuff, man. You know, and as much as I can help them, really. El Fuego! Man, you guys, it is Friday! I wish I could play that so you guys could see me dancing, you know, with the bass. I love it. Thank you, El Fuego. Appreciate you, man. Keep it pumping for the memberships. You know, and that's what's cool. That's what's cool. Like you could see the little green team thing over here. And then the members that haven't been there for a month, you know, the little, just in case, you know, and I think that's perfect because eventually you guys will all be green. I'm telling you. The green team. Thank you, El Fuego and Brian. CJ and Jake's install pay for the win. They are the go-to. But it has anything to do with Jake and CJ.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, Brian Grant. Man, I feel like Jake is bringing all his buddies over to the show, over to the after parties. And it's just awesome, man. It really is. And Jake takes care of this channel too, man. He doesn't just place a hat there. He takes care of you guys. Giveaways, enclosures, half off, anything under 4.5 cubes. Code Live Allow with Andy, or you just message him, tell him you know me. And he'll take care of you, man. And he's just an awesome guy in the community. Appreciate you, Brian. Let's see. Jake. Speaking of Jake.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
I've had 2 Mechmans lock up, 2 bad Apex, 1 bad Ohio Gen. Every alt has failures. The big difference maker is how they handle the warranty, in my opinion. And you know what? I feel like that is true. And, you know, if you don't have a good warranty, it's not even the warranty, like, length. I mean, kind of. But how you deal with the customer. You know, there are some instances with even brands that I say, oh, they're great. The customer service is not very good. And, you know, I'm not over here pushing them either because customer service is very important. And just the overall, just, you know, I don't even know how to call it. Just the experience. The experience when you pick up that phone, either you did something or it just failed. And, man, I want to get basing again. My stuff, I don't want to waste more money. I'm already this is expense. This isn't necessity what we do. You don't need a high output alternator to go to work. Well, some of us don't. But still, you get what I'm saying. It's all extra stuff. So the money we are putting into this is extra money. And it's not just, you know, oh, yeah, well, gas bill's higher. I got to pay more of it. So, you know, I get it, man. Big time. Thank you so much, Jake. Appreciate ya. Cool. Sean Lynn, if you had a pair of Kicker CS 6.5 components and a pair of Kicker CS 6.5 coaxials, would you buy the CXA 4 channel or the Key 200.4? Okay, so you got components and coaxials. I mean, either one would be probably enough power. The CX 6.5s are what, 90 or 80? I think those are 90 RMS a piece, give or take. The Key 200.4 does 50 at 10%, I think, or maybe it does 50 at 1%. The CX does a little bit more power, 60, 70 by 4. Either one would do fine. You really don't see that power anyway, you know, on music, you just don't. It's in the hundreds of ohms, you know, and your amplifier is just not, and it's just all over the place. What I'm trying to say is, you know, what it's powerful enough, you know, and that's what's great about the Key 200.4 is that it does do all the time alignment and stuff along those lines. It doesn't, you know, restore the sound like the key lock does, but it does have some features, and with just DSP functions, with time alignment and phase adjustment and stuff like that. Like, you put a microphone in there to set it up for your listening position. So I think that if you want something to sound even better, I would go with a key. If you want something that's just a little bit more powerful, a little bit louder, you don't care which way it's hitting your ears, which a lot of people don't, real story, I would go with the CX360. But again, either option's going to be great for you. It's just, you know, which one. It's like every pony's got their trick, and I just listed those of each. So either one would work. I feel like your hardest battle here is going to be running components in the front or back. Probably components in the front, and then coaxials in the back, which a lot of SQ guys even do. You know, they have a 3-way up front, and then they have fill in the back, and it's just a coaxial, and that works totally fine. A lot of those guys even turn that off, and they just do the front stage, because rear fill can throw you off, and just, I don't know. I don't mind either one. It depends, whatever. And usually people in the back, when I have people in the back, either kids or friends, yeah, I'm gonna want some speakers back there. I'm not all SQ. But I feel like maybe you might have a little bit of difference of, okay, I have to run active crossovers with this, and this one, I can just leave it wide open. It's got built-in crossovers, aka the component with a passive setup. So I feel like that might be your hardest thing with phase and just crossovers. But could you do it? Absolutely. Is it done all the time? 100%, man. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, guys, just dropping down the little thingies. And Dean drops another $10. Man, it is. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you, man. And this guy is just super chat. It's Friday, man. It is Friday. You and El Fuego just love those $10 super chats, and that's got to be one of all those videos are my favorite. But like that. I don't know, just something about that one. I love it. You guys know I love it. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate you, man. And thank you for supporting. Man, you guys. Dean B for the win. You mean German torque specs. 25. I like mustard. What's wrong with mustard? Spicy mustard. Oh, man. Turtles for the win, too. You know, man. I do need to feed the big turtle tonight. Yep. One thing I gotta do. Trolling Kibo. Yeah, see, that's Kibo right there. Maybe it's Kibo's wife. We did see her on the Discord. We did. Maybe she's got a troll account. Thanks for tuning in, Kibo. Oh, ask Jake what he thinks of the new Call of Duty. Speaking of Jake.
Ding, 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 fries are done.
Well, Jake, what do you think of the new Call of Duty? You know, I'm not into the whole Call of Duty stuff. I've been playing just Hill Climber, okay? It's a game from like the 2010s. But it helps me release my mind from car audio and breathing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kibo. And Jake says it sucks. And yeah, that looks just like pennies to me. You can't always repeat the past, and I feel like a lot of games, movies, they all do it. And it's like you can't. You can't repeat the past, man. OG Zombies for the win. All right, let's see. Sean says, and another one.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. And another one. You know, and it's not why I do it. It's not. But you guys pay the bills. You keep the lights on in the studio. You make it so I can do these cool tests and have fun and learn this stuff, man. And I can't thank you guys enough for just everything you do. Like, look, we got $88.94 on the revenue right there already. You guys are literally awesome, man. I don't see too many live streams making this kind of revenue. And you guys literally, you guys are the heart and soul of this stuff, man. You know, and I know someone's got to be in front of the camera. That's the easy part, man. I appreciate you guys supporting big time. Brian Grant, will you tell CJ the left turn is the fastest way to the shop? I mean, you might as well go left. You just gotta look at it that way.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Brian Grant. Appreciate you. And man, it's cool to have all the SDK guys here. You guys are awesome. That's why I keep the logo big over here. Got to. Right, Bobby, hit the button, close the door, and you're... Oh, I thought you were talking about hit the like button. Love you, Ashy. Andy, shout out to my wife. Happy anniversary. No way. What are you doing watching this show then, Bobby? No, I'm just kidding. She knows what you do, and she must love you. Happy anniversary, you two, and thank you for watching. Uncle Bobby B, baby! Just got an ad in the middle of the live stream. WTF YouTube. Really? Okay, so I did try. Okay, that's probably my fault. I did try doing that. I do monetize them, and I usually would press a button, but it didn't seem like it was working. I just have it random. So please, it's like a test. It's a test. I'm telling you, it's a test. Plus, that's what I do. This is like my videos, you know, like extra, I guess, but it's like literally like 30 cents. Like it's nothing. It's nothing, but it's just something to try. And with YouTube, if you have something monetized, they actually push it on the suggestion and browse features more so than a non-monetized video, because guess what? They get paid from advertisers. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. I just got to watch what I put on here because I do like to put fancy stuff. Speaking of which, at Sheets, they had a sign that said, no speakers allowed in the MTO, per Nicole. I was about to speak to Nicole and say, would you look at that? Would you just look at that? That I can't work here. I seen it. I had to. Kibo, I just want to shout out the new and improved 5.0 volt Discord Karoo. What?
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
I'm not surprised. My voltage has hit about 8.9 at the lowest. I don't know about 5 volts. I mean, I think some of the kicker amps actually would still work with their stop-start technology, but 5 volts, that's really pushing it. That's like my 1979 Kawasaki 2-stroke. Thank you, Kibo. Appreciate you. And from John, throwing pennies. Man, thank you, John, from 25 and Pebbles. Deviant, I know you're watching. I miss you, man. You gotta join back. I miss you, buddy. And Pebbles, 25, the whole 14-4, guys. John, thank you so much, man. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I hit the button and it didn't work. Yeah, 5 volts would be definitely hitting the barrier there. Bill, you know, that would be something to do. How low can you go? Like a low limbo for amplifiers until they blow up. That would be the new standard of amp dynos. You know, okay, so you did rate it at 15 volts. Can you do it at 10? We're gonna find out in today's episode. I mean, you know, at least I got the rest of my life to do this stuff, because there's so much you could do. It's just time, planning things, putting it together, you know, and literally thinking of it too, man. It really is a lot. That's the point, see? And then you look at that amp and say, would you look at that? Would you look at that? It didn't like 5 volts at all. Would you look at that? Oh, would have known. Let's see. Talking about the weather. Sean Lynn, out of curiosity, have you ever used a Key 200 as a DSP only to feed another bigger amp? Yes. Yes. I currently do, and I'm about to eliminate it just for the simple fact, instead of running the CX360.4, I'm actually going to be running, I need this camera. Wait, no, is it this camera? Shoot, is it this camera? There we go. I'm actually going to be running the IQ 500.2, and that already has DSP in there, and I don't need anything for listening position auto calibration. I'm going to try to do it myself. That's the cool thing about the IQ amps. And to not, double tune, just like how I actually did see a video today talking about, I think it was Drew, about, using your crossovers in your head unit and using crossovers on your amplifier. If I'm using the key 200.4 and then another DSP on top of that, I feel like I could run into a little bit of time alignment issues. But if you have an RTA and you have all that stuff and you know what you're doing, I'm sure it works. So, but I'm just going to eliminate that. But for the longest time, I've been running the key 200.4 as a line driver, not DSP, but at least phase and time alignment, line driver to the 360.4. And what's great is the 360.4 can take up to 40 volts, voltage and like 10 amps, whatever, 400 watts. So when you run the 200.4 key, you don't have to dial it down or anything because it's not going to do that much power. I actually am thinking about running the Q1000.1 as a line driver into the two CX 1800s that I have, so that I can have DSP function and control of the subwoofer section, but have 4,000 watts on tap instead of 1,000. But I'm going to see how much voltage I can, lower it down to, because I don't want to put more than 400 watts. But if I turn the gain down enough, it should be plenty fine, and it just being a high-level signal going into the low-level RCAs, and that's what's great about Kicker. You don't need the little pin thing, hairy thing, or wire thing, you hook up from your old-school amplifier, and you're like, oh, left speaker, right speaker, you don't have to do any of that. But if you don't want to, the only thing you would need is the Kissel. And that's just an RCA to speaker wire. That's it. So yes, you can absolutely do that as a line driver, and so you can have more power. I would do it, man. I definitely would do it, and it sounded great because the key 200.4 wasn't loud enough for the quad box on one CX1800 wired at like 1 ohm. And but that's a lot of power. That's a lot of bass, like a 147 on not even 50 watts a channel, really. The 360.4 definitely helped, but it still needs more than that, to be honest with you. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate ya. Kicker actually suggests that. Yes, 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 yes. Blake has been torture testing amps this whole week. Man, he is in the dungeon. I can imagine it now. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate that you're here, man. I want to hear the deets on the after party. And you get to pick Blake's brain, man. Professor Blake. This guy goes to school for this stuff, works for DD. Smart guy. Thank you for being here, man. Or see if the amp can handle 25 volts. I don't know about that, man. I can see some amplifiers. There's even 16 volt amplifiers that run up to 18 volts and so on and so on. They have 24 volt, system amplifiers, but it's not car audio stuff. Not at all. I feel like, if it doesn't blow with high voltage being put through the amplifier and it doesn't just go and protect and say, hey, that's too much voltage, that's too much potential, and go into protect, then you got a cheap amplifier, and that's not good. Not that you should do those kind of things, but say if something would happen, you could have something go bad in your alternator where, there's, I think it's the part of the rectifier or regulator, something where it actually regulates, it'd be the regulator, the voltage. And if that can go bad and you start spinning the alternator, the voltage will just keep going up, and you could actually fry a lot of things. And that's why you want to have fuses in place and things along those lines. But that usually doesn't happen. But still, just saying, out of, context. Let's see. My lithium bank probably would never recover from a 5 volt spell. Depending how many series you got. I mean, if you're working with a 6 series, yeah, that's not good. If you're working with 5, that's not good. 4, yeah, I mean, that's low. That's low. I mean, you can do damage to a cell and some batteries you can run down to 0 volts and they'll come back, but they're never going to be what they once were, not whatsoever. You're going to have a lot of cell degradation happen to it. 4.9 volt on my bike, 12.9 on my truck at the lowest. Right, yeah, they got a little voltage booster and stuff like that. Or, like, you know, they just got headlights and stuff that work on 6 volts. Appreciate you, Kyle. Ashley Larry Blake shouts at his... Oh, come on, Ash. Y'all, listen, I know people have beef. You're not always going to get along with everybody on the show here and everybody in life. But we are here to have fun. We are here to have fun and have camaraderie. William says, shot my first turkey today. Scared the crap out of everybody in the frozen food section. It was awesome. Oh, man. I was going to say, I didn't take you as much of a hunter, Will. But if you're doing it in your local Walmart, that sounds like something I might do too, man. You know, you don't have to go out there in the cold and sit in a tree all day and they're just waiting for you. Oh, man. $7,000. Would you look at that? We got $100 of chat revenue, and there's a $5 super chat from Roger I seen popping up. Thank you, Roger.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Roger. Again, another one just dropping by again. Take care, everyone. Fries for the win. Green team for the win.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, Roger. I appreciate you, man. And have fun on whatever you're doing. You know, man, I'm happy that you're here, dude. And thank you for supporting like you do, man. And yes, green team for the win. Talking to Dean, asking what he has for alternators. Andy got a pre-read before letting it rip. John, you got pre-marked some messages for Andy. I know I'm gonna have to get him in the StreamYard next, and then he's gonna be like, all right, you gonna start paying me? I'm like, all right, John, I got you, man. Yeah, I know what you like. I'll bring the same thing that you brought the slam. I'll just pay you in that. There you go. Some guacamole on the side too. Hummus. Honeymoon. It's all right, man. You know, I remember on my honeymoon, I was, you know, not per se watching live streams, but there was a live stream like Rob's or something like that. I'd be watching it. Or talking to the guys in the after party on the Discord after the shows and stuff, you know, honeymoon. And yeah, I die hard right there, man. But that's what we are. The guys that are tuned in, the 35, 40 guys have been here all night. You guys are diehards and supporters, and you guys are just awesome, you know. And there's only so many of us, you know. Some can get 1.6 million subscribers. I don't see them. I just don't. I don't see them, and you know, otherwise they're not going to be diehards like we are. You know, there's probably about 900,000 of them. You know, Cornut member for 1 month. Would you look at that? So wait, it just randomly came up. He's not a new member though. He's not.
Would you look at that? Oh.
Would you just look at that? Oh, man. See, look at that. Now, Mike's is coming up. Okay, so this is good that I go live at the same time. And when you guys became members, your month anniversary is going to start popping up on the day and during the live stream. I can't miss any more live streams. I'll try not to get sick. Shot you a message on the key amp, Andy. Gotcha, Sean. Thank you so much, man. Hey, I'm just happy to be here for you guys. We got 40 of you in here now. It's jumping up, I swear to God. I want to make the shows longer, but I know how your guys' attention is. Like, all right, I'm going to go watch some Netflix or Hulu, or I'm going to go do something else for a minute. But YouTube is pushing, or at least we got 40 people on here now, which is weird. And it's kind of been doing that, you know, towards the end of my show. Maybe they're thinking it's a giveaway. We ain't giving nothing away tonight, but we do every other Tuesday. And surprisingly, sometimes, or not surprisingly, but a surprise giveaway here and there. CJ Should me and Jake get a booth at Slam?
Ding 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 ding. Fights are done.
I think you should, man. You know, from my understanding, Donnie Babb for Slamology, he's pretty understanding. I have a good relationship with him. I'll have to talk to him. Let me know if you guys are going to do that. I'll see if I can get you kind of close to the kicker booth so we can all be close together. I think you absolutely should, man. Brian, yes, CJ and Jake's install bay needs to have a booth.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
I think they really do, and honestly, anybody that has a brand, a company that is watching this show should have a booth at Slamology, because that is the Super Bowl of car audio, for one. And two, there's a lot of people walking by. Out of the 3,000, you might get 4 new but dedicated customers, and that is worth $1 million, just because it's not free advertisement, but it's good directed advertisement. Like when YouTube and Google are listening to you 24/7, and then you're talking about rabbit holes, and then Alice in Wonderland comes up on, maybe you should buy this video on Amazon. It's directed. And it's definitely worth it, man. I meet so many people at Slamology that watch the show, watch the YouTube, see what I do, and I don't even know half of them. And I'm like, thanks, man, I appreciate you. And it goes right to our niche of what we do, and you should definitely do it. Should definitely do it. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. Yes. Kyle, oh, wait. Kyle, no doubt. Oh, come on. It's not from that. It's because Kyle likes the show, man. Come on, 25. You know the deal. He said, my attention lasts longer than most. So, I want to show you guys before the show ends, too. All right, so we got... Nope. There we go. All right, so I hooked up those clamp meters. I don't know if you guys seen a short or anything like that. But one is literally for the in current coming from not from the alternator to the battery. I could do that, but I just have it going from front battery to rear battery, and it's showing how much my alternator is charging the system. And there, I have another one in the back. I was going to replace the one in the front, but I'm like, I want to see how much current I'm doing, and I'm still under 400 amps.
My jewels on just up on your chin.
See, 312 amps. And when that says FFF, it's just over 100. That's just this meter here. And I'm going to replace that one eventually. But for $3 to get an estimate of how much current you're getting pulled or pulling from your system, it's a no-brainer, dude. And that's why I said knowledge is power, just for the simple fact that knowing how much power your system is doing to get how loud. I was telling Kayla, and I forget, somebody else too, whenever I was testing this last night, that's what I was doing all day yesterday, just extending the wire. So the ones that have watched that video, I said, oh, you could probably just extend it. Yeah, you can. It works totally fine. So, because they only give you like 6 feet. So you can extend it with speaker wire. And when I was playing it, obviously I did it like that to see how much current I could pull at like the loudest song. And honestly, that's not the most current, but just what I'm doing, what I'm playing, how much it's pulling from that Titan Reserve Series battery. And it's kicking out the amperage. And that thing is only really rated for like 160 or 180 amps continuous for the Reserve Series, technically, of those cells, the 20 amp hour prismatic cells. So that's why I'm adding this power series over here as well. I forget what the current of that is, but still I'll be good either way, even if I ran 2 reserves, but I'd rather have something that has a quicker discharge for the system. And try both. Why not? Either way, as I was driving down the street playing it, and I'm looking at the current, and I'm pulling it up, I'm like, okay, that sounds really loud and good, and I'm pulling about 180 amps, so I'm under 2,000 watts clamped. I would have to be, give or take, because efficiency of amplifiers. This is all DC power, not how much the amplifier is putting out. You need something else for that. But still, nonetheless, you get an idea of how much power you're pulling and making to get how loud. And the more I played with it, I'm like, man, keep it right there and my voltage stays good and it's loud enough and it's not going to cook my speakers. Before, I'm like kind of guessing, you know, and songs are all over the place. You usually play the top 5, you know, for your friends, but you're driving down the street and you're just bumping out, and you can look at that current and get an idea of just how much power it's pulling from your system. And it's just, it's really amazing. It's cheap. And, you know, I started out with the e-bike, the moped that I got, with just one of those, and put the one up front, now the one in the back. I got the SPL Lab software, and that does everything under the sun, but something that's always in the car, and it just, as a voltmeter would be, it's killer. And you can get an idea, you know, with your voltage and your current. You multiply the two and say, hey, am I clipping or am I not clipping? If you're clipping, I would say about 60% efficient on your amplifier. If you're not clipping, I would say 75%. Woo, okay. Scrolling down. William says, ever get my patent back approved? I am start building and moving products. Thank you always, Andy, for the shout outs, and seeing your happiness with my products makes it all worthwhile. Man, you know, the wireless bass knob, I've been spoiled to have that as long as I have, to be honest with you. And I can't thank you enough for sending me that one originally. And, you know, now I got 2 of them, one up here in the dyno. I still need to send you the other one, but that's in Cookie Monster. And I haven't got to it, man. Just for a little bit faster, you know, I'll be the test dummy, and I have been. And it works great, man. It really does. I appreciate all that you do, and you do make me happy, William. You just got to look at it. That's all you can do with them bass knobs, and you spin it and say, would you look at that? Would you just look at that? No wires needed. Sounds like a ludicrous album. Not having luck with the conductor. I need to buy 1 or 2 of those to check out. Oh, okay. Good thing that you brought that up. I seen Ed, he commented on my post, and then I reached out to him. I was like, listen, like, I'm not trying to, like, conductor is awesome. Are you running that with the ground? I know you have to have that in line with your ground, not your positive. And I have this as positive. I mean, technically you can use either one on the Hall sensors, but, from what I understand, they're not as accurate as a shunt, which is what the conductor is. So if you're not having luck with it, just hit us up, Dean, or hit me up personally, man. I'll help you out with that. I'm not a, you know, expert in that, but I know how they work. And, you know, you just have to hook it up wherever you want to meet the current in between something. So if you want to measure how much your amplifier is pulling, put it between your amplifier and your rear battery. If you want to find out how much, you know, current is going from battery to battery, put it in between there. And that's really going to tell you how fast your system can charge to the back of your car. It's not going to be more than that because you're testing in the middle of it. And then you can do the very front, but then you're not going to see initial loads from too many other things, just how they work. They're one directional. But either way, it's still going to tell you the amount of current that your alternator is supplying to something. So either way, just hit me up. Let me know if you need a question answered with that. See that sticker right on the back of Andy's right monitor? Would you just look at that? Would you look at that? Right there. There it is. The NGA bass knob William affiliate company. Thank you, William. Got one there on the dyno too. I need to put more stickers. I do need more stickers. I did add the XS one right here. You can't see it. Woo! It's pretty. Thank you, Baba, for pointing that out. YouTube ad again. Okay, so it is pushing. That's weird. So it is working now. It's working. I'll see if I can lower it because honestly, take a look here. I know you guys are just at the end of the stream, so here we go. If you go to monetization, I can do conservative. next time to see if that makes a difference. Because honestly, I'd rather it just be like right in the beginning of the show. Like, you know, because anytime you make a YouTube video, oh, wrong camera. Anytime you make a YouTube video and you're not monetized, say, you know, you're just starting out, or it's, you know, non-monetizable, you know, a video with background music that's, you know, Wiz Khalifa. You can't monetize it. They still put an ad on the front of that video. YouTube does. Okay. So you can't just not monetize it and say, oh, whatever, because you're still going to get an ad. And I don't know if that goes with the live streams too. I believe so, like, at least from my understanding. But either way, to put a break in the middle, I'm not really too fond of that. If I had more of a planned live stream, that would be fine, because then you could put it in the middle, you know, get up and go get your drink or something. But we just do things off the cuff, so I don't know exactly. But either way, it's a learning process. Sorry about the ads. John says, what ads? He's got his ad blockers on right now. Them hater blockers, or ad block. Yeah, those things. Yeah, you know. Got a ad chain too. I caught shades once. One Direction is Baba's jam. I like One Direction. It's bigger than my head. No lampshade. Oh man, you need the lampshade. Annie knows. You just gotta look at it. Would you just look at that? You just gotta look at it. Same. Oh wait, YouTube Premium. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you know, that's baloney. YouTube shouldn't be making sponsor money off people that can't collect it themselves. It's not sponsor money. It's just more so, you know, whenever you're under 1,000 subscribers, there's still ads on your video. You know, not in between it, but in the beginning and the end. You know, and that's just how it goes. Just so YouTube can get paid for, you know, you still watching a person that's not getting paid, but those people paying for the ads get paid. So, all right. Elevate Audio LLC. Zach's Bees for the win. Thank you for tuning in, Elevate Audio LLC. Dean says, yes, it is on the ground from alt and body and reading charge. Played with ground wires to the display and even bought a newer display. It's just all over the place. I've been around DC shunts. Okay. Man, hopefully you don't have something faulty with it. It's on the ground from the alt and body and reading charge. I mean, if it's all over the place, music is, even if you're just playing a sine wave and it's still just bouncing all over the place, I don't know exactly that. I would have to, I'm sure I could figure it out if I was there in person, but I'm not, unfortunately. Man, that kind of sucks. Either way, hit me up. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If not, I'll be calling Ed for you. Be like, hey, would you look at this? Would you just look at it? Please look at it, Ed. Let's see. It's too late to apologize. Ooh. Mellow Mushroom is mid. No hype, just meh. Thank you, Jake.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
You know the fries are done. You know the fries are done. Cornet, I joined YouTube Red, now YouTube Premium, a long time ago. Ad-free YouTube and unlimited music for the win. I think Spotify is better, but I stick to Google's for the ad-free YouTube. Right. You know, I don't have YouTube Music Premium. It works. I was going to get YouTube TV just for the discount for the NFL. You know, there's all these packages nowadays, unfortunately. But, you know, Cornet, he's always finding the best way to go about something. The best deals. Love Ed and Rich. I just have spent too much time trying to make this thing work. And, you know, it should be easy. There's got to be some kind of issue either with that product in particular, or maybe just something how your system is. And that's what's crazy too. I've run into situations where I'm wondering why something is not working right, and here it's something that I did And it's like, you know, oh man, I'm glad that this was acting up because now I know I have to fix this. So I would take a look at your system either way, regardless. It's always nice to take a look at all your connections, make sure everything's good. But 9 chances out of 10, it shouldn't be anything with your system. I mean, if it's playing normally, it's playing normally. But with those kind of sensors and readers and, you know, meters, they are sensitive. So I don't know exactly. I hope we can figure that out, Dean. Johnny's Pizza and Subs beat it out bad. Pizza Snob. Yes, Cornut. I pay both YouTube Red and Premium. Pizza. Man, you guys are making me hungry. I want pizza. All right, guys. I love you. We went a little long today just because I wanted to. I will see you guys in the after party. I will see you on Tuesday on the Unmasked After Show. So make sure you tune in. John and Ernie and the gang and Aaron, they got a pretty good show lined up for you with the L7X sizes and enclosure sizes. I know you guys have been asking a lot about what size spec should I use for the L7X15, the 10, and even the 12. So make sure you guys tune in then on Tuesday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on the Kicker YouTube channel. Love you guys. Don't use ad blockers. I need all the monetization. Just kidding. Love you guys so much. And as always, man, I'll see you on the next one, the after party. And yep, we'll have a caboose. I know we will. Cornet's ready this time. Make sure your buffer's ready. I'll see you guys on the next one. And as always, stay living loud.
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Hey, my name is AJ. That's Hacklefish.
I'm all about that bass, baby.
This
That's worth the free gifts.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. My name is AJ. That's Hacklefish.
I'm all about that bass, baby.
This has been the Y Files.
I'm all
If you had
about
fun or
that
learned
bass,
anything,
baby. Me too. Whatever you say, Hecklefish. My name's Wiz, and I'm on the Living Now with Danny channel. Man, what's this? Cookie Monster? Get out of my way. I'm hungry. Yum, 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 yum.
Almost had it. Oh, Kyle, I tried to make the after show, but no guarantees. Cornut coming in, and I almost had a train whistle for you, and I went to Walmart, didn't take Apple Pay, and Bubba comes in. Living Loud with Annie after party next. Yes to Hecklefish. Love you guys. See ya.